Hello, good evening, good morning, and good night, wherever you are. Welcome back to Well Beyond the Witching Hour, the mysteries of the Hourglass Coven. We are so happy to have you here for our second episode, well, technically first, of this actual play live D&D live stream, which I always say all munted and weird every single time. I will never get it right. And that's part of the charm of why you watch this. Before we start, I just thought, as a new thing, because why not, it's important for us to acknowledge the traditional owners from where we're streaming from. I'm really sorry, I'm trying so hard. I don't want to push these. Yeah, you go. You say it.
The traditional owners of the land that I'm on is the Ngaitahu Iwi, who is the leading tribe in Te Waipunamu, which is the South Island of New Zealand, where I am playing from.
Yes. Mod, you say yours.
Yes.
What we call?
Yeah. And Townsville, we are the Bindle and Wookarookaba people. That's the land on which we reside. I would just like to pay my respects to the elders, past, present, and emerging, for they hold the memories, the traditions, and the cultures of Indigenous Australia and New Zealand. Also, happy Pride Month.
Hooray!
Surprise! Sorry, I will see myself out.
No, that's
Please
okay.
do. Exit stage
So,
left.
Follow the
wherever you
bear,
are,
right?
No, my
yeah,
left.
no, follow the bear that way.
Okay, I choose the bear. Let's go.
Bye. So wherever you are in your queer journey, just know you are safe and you have a place here, no matter your sexual identity or gender identity or whatever you identify as. Crit and Miss is a safe spot for you, and I just want to acknowledge you and say that you are valid and give you big squishies, because sometimes you need a big squishy on Pride Month.
Hooray! Even if you identify as a cowboy bunny rabbit, you have a place right here, and Dungeons & Dragons is for everybody.
100%.
Except for you,
It's
Mod.
become
Not
such
for
a
you.
queer community. I'm
always has been.
honestly, yeah, it always has been, and I'm just so grateful for everybody, and so proud of everybody, and I'm gonna.
Proud on Pride Month? How dare you?
I know. I'm gonna keep going with the game before I get all mushy. But do we want to recap?
Please.
Actually, I haven't asked how any of you are feeling. I just went straight into like all of the incidentals. How are we feeling?
About the game? Excellent.
Really
I've been very much
good.
needing this. It's been a really stressful week. All I can say is, ladies and gentle fams, if you have pets, please, if you can, get pet insurance. It's going to save you a lot of heartache and worry down the line. That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
No, true.
I mean, there's no better way to start a stream with just good advice.
Yeah.
Get pet
Jim,
insurance.
do you have pet insurance for your pet rabbit over there, Jim?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
good.
This is the insurance
That's
right
make
here.
Paragon system.
Oh
I mean,
no.
this defense is a good offense.
Yeah.
I mean,
Your
in
lucky paw's
Townsville,
not feeling so well?
that better not be a rabbit, because that's a long-eared guinea pig, because I'm pretty sure rabbits are illegal in Queensland.
Yeah, so I would like to say that I actually got to see the three videos, the two critical conversations, one with Liquor Witch, one with Grace, and the other video that Sven released that no one else knows about. But yeah, they were all really good and amazing. And I just want one question for you, Liquor Witch. On yours, you were like, I just finished smoking and I've given it up. And like, I've got rid of it.
It's going to be a month tomorrow of no cigarettes.
Okay, that was my question. I wasn't sure if you're taking the piss or whether we count the vaping as smoking.
Oh,
So
no,
that's good.
The vape has no nicotine in it.
Yeah, no, I didn't know what was happening, and I wasn't sure if you're taking the piss. Because I literally looked like this, I was like, I've given up smoking.
Yeah, ripping.
And I just started laughing.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah, no, so I smoked cigarettes from the age of 18 until a month ago. And
Well
I'm
done.
31 years old. So that's
Well
like
done.
a pretty significant habit. But
That's huge.
yeah, dreamed about
awesome.
it last night because we had a fire and like we had a little brazier fire outside and everything smelled like lovely wood smoke and everything. And I had a dream that I bought a pack of darts and I'd smoked a whole bunch. And I woke up and I was like, no, why did I do that? And then I was like, wait, no, I didn't actually buy a pack of darts.
It's
I'm
been
fine.
6 years for me, and I still
Congratulations, that's awesome.
Yeah, thank you. But I still dream about it at least once a week. I
Yeah.
start smoking it.
If I don't catch a couple times a month.
So after spilling a whole bunch of ginger beer over my notes and drying them up frantically, would you guys like a recap?
Oh, yes, please. Yes, please.
Okay, so where we last left off, our intrepid adventurers were all greeted with a elephant who gave them a suspicious letter with a J on it and some curious coordinates. They followed it to a mysterious cabin in the woods. They also had an interaction with Flint's patron, an archfey who has been less impressed with the party as a whole. And you know, there was some tension there. So we're heading into the cabin in the woods. Can Sasako find her witch? Will Flint recover his relationship with his patron? Will Sparkle ever figure out her true nature? And will Father O'Reilly weave his biggest tale yet? Put your cauldrons on the fire and grab your brooms because the witching hour is upon us. And I don't know why I did this. What is this? What
You're
was this?
excited.
That was great. That's what that was. I'm in the mood.
That was awesome.
Excellent.
That was so good.
I was like,
Sven, hit record. Let's do this.
I'm in the zone right now, but yeah, I wasn't recording.
Yeah, Sven,
So
yeah,
if we
we're
could just do all of that
recording.
again, that would be fantastic. No, we're
Just do it
recording.
from the start, Jim.
And have we got sound?
Yes, I'm looking at all of the levels jumping up and down, so I think we're gonna be all right.
Good. I've been feeling super witchy this week, so this is great.
Okay,
Got my Yule altar and ready to go.
I love it.
Yeah.
All right, are we ready to like get into it?
Yeah, let's do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Set the
Swag.
scene.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me
Sure.
just put it on the thing.
Yeah.
The thing.
Cha.
Oh, what
Sure.
thing?
So I've got to change the scene. I'm just gonna do that. But you know, so you see the wooden cottage. There's smoke like puffing up into the trees. The same description as I gave last time, except my notes were destroyed. So I'm trying to remember them, but I can't. I destroy my notes a lot. If you haven't noticed. But leaning, I'm just gonna bloop and dupe that, and hopefully it loads in time.
Well, while it's loading, I'll read out the description you had. Looking at the cottage, Father really notices Excalibur in the stone and pulls it out. And Mitch, you receive
Wish.
a level 6. No, okay, sorry. Go on.
You wish, jellyfish. You
Gotta tell
absolutely
the
wish.
stories.
You gotta tell it how it is. Leaning up against the vista of the small wooden cottage in the middle of the woods is an elderly Harrigan. Despite her outward image, the rabbit before you, although an old in age, you can see underneath her outer exterior the bravado of a toned and athletic body of a warrior. A dagger glinting dangerously upon her hip in the dappled sunlight, she regards you with a small smile. A bit more of a knowing smirk, almost a challenge, or maybe an invite. You're not totally sure?
All right. Well, Flint is, I imagine, still sitting astride his panther, bear,
Yes.
and he just fixes his gaze on this elderly, athletic Harangon, and the first thing that I want to do is he just very gently brushes the handle of his pistol underneath his whatever you call these things. I would like to do an insight check on
Yeah?
this old rabbit person.
Go
Do an
for your
inside check on
life.
me.
All right.
Very quickly, did anyone else forget that his mount was named Bear, and he said I sat astride it Bear, and I thought he meant he was naked?
Yes, I said astride it.
Oh,
I was like, what happened at the end of last session? I forgot this.
With my bunny
Cherry
manhood
pride,
gently
You've satisfied
flops
a
to one
bear?
side. Sorry. Yes, no. With a natural 2 to start off the night. So I guess that's not really good. I don't think.
Even remember how I rolled, because I
I-
can't. I'll have to pull my whole screen over to have a look. Yep, no, I can't even check how I rolled. So, I'm just gonna assume you passed. Because I can't check.
Okay.
So
I'm thinking.
it's a 2. That's all right, laddie. I might go over and have a word myself.
All right.
Is it all right, DM, if I do a roll?
Sure.
So my character has a thing called tails, and
Yes.
basically, I'm just waiting for this thing to load so I can click it. Features, traits, Tales from Beyond. So basically, I can determine the tail as a bonus action. So I roll this, and then I can use this one whenever. So I'm just going to roll it.
Mhm.
D 12.
A D12.
I just wanted to do it so you know what I'm doing, so I don't just show up
no.
and make stuff up.
Of course.
6. So 6 is the Tale of the Traveler. The target gains temporary hit points equal to a roll of your bardic inspiration die and plus your bard level. While it has these temporary hit points, the target's walking speed is increased by 10 feet and it gains a bonus 1 to its AC. So I can
Okay,
use an action
cool.
to cast it on someone, but that's the one that's sort of getting ready to be told.
Yep. Awesome. Well, do you want to hear the tale since it's like a spell? Do I have to tell a tale? Because I'm more
so
than happy
that one's
to.
just one's determined in the background, and I can tell
Bummer.
the tale.
Okay, no stress. So she kind of like waits for all of you to staunter up. Like she's almost getting impatient now.
Oh no, I'm
Because
not
you're all
going
just
anywhere
kind
near
of
that rabbit. I'm staying, keeping my distance.
Standing there, staring at her.
I'm gonna walk up. I'm a very friendly person.
No,
But
no,
it
Flint
took
does
you
not.
long enough. The 4 of you just standing there looking at me. What was the go with that? You were all just standing there.
And imagine the camera pans across. Yeah, I mean, if the rest of you have made your way over there, Flint stays exactly where he was, and is
Sasiko's
still.
standing there, just with her little arms crossed and her ears back and her tail flicking, like looking up underneath her eyebrows. Like,
Just both of us just awkwardly staring
Yes.
and not making a move.
Well, my friends seem to be tying their horse up and stroking his gun, but I would like to. I'm Father O'Reilly.
That's not a horse. That's a fucking panther, isn't it? That's a fucking panther, isn't it? That's not a horse.
I don't. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is, but I'm not quite sure what that thing is that you're saying, though.
It's a fucking panther. Okay.
There.
Nope, that's a panther. Did the 2 of you want to come over? I kind of have a whole lot of exposition that I need to go through, and I can't do it while you're all the way over there. That'd be great.
Well,
Benz, does this character have anything jingly or shiny on her that she can gesticulate with? And Sasiko's ears are gonna go back up and her pupils are gonna go real big.
Oh yeah, the shiny dagger.
Yeah.
Instantly, Sasako is
Like,
just like
just-
shiny.
I guess if it's plot centric, I'll head on over. What Flint actually
I don't
does?
want to railroad
He,
you, but
he-
like the DM has
I
worked
don't
very
wanna
hard.
railroad you, but I do actually,
This-
because I've got points I want to hit.
This 3-foot rabbit slides one of his feet over the top of Bear's back, slides down onto the ground, pats the panther sort of on the back of the head, and leans over and whispers something in Bear's ear before he saunters on over as well. Bear, however, I'm going to ask to do a little lap around the perimeter, just for funsies. See if they see
Okay.
anything.
No, for sure. I'm gonna roll, to see if she hears that because she's got pretty good hearing.
Okay.
I'll be back in just 1 second, guys. Sorry, just gonna grab something really quickly.
All good.
No stress. She rolled a 14. I'm gonna say that she doesn't hear that. because I imagine you said it pretty quietly.
Would you like me to roll a stealth check, maybe?
Sure,
See
yeah,
if
roll
it
stealth
works.
check.
Yeah.
Were you
alright.
trying to do it stealthily?
Yeah, I mean, he's standing right out in the open. It's clear that he's saying something, and then if Bear sort of saunters off, but Bear might wait for an opportunity to try and sneak off. So I'll do? I'll roll a stealth check for Bear to see if he can sort of, or she rather, can sort of sneak off while no one's paying attention. So I'll roll that. That's going to be a 20. I believe.
20? Yeah, she hears jack shit.
Okay, so
She kind of like raises her eyebrow.
Flint saunters on over and he makes a big deal of like sort of fluffing his clothes and adjusting his hat and all this kind of stuff to try and draw attention away while Bear sort of saunters off into the brush off to the side to do a little bit of a lap around the perimeter, make sure we're not being set up here.
Oh, he thinks he's cool, doesn't he? Look at him, walking over, puffing his jacket.
He is cool.
So is this your here? Is this your house?
No, it's my bruv's. Of course it's my fucking house. Whose else house would this be? It's in the middle of the woods.
Yes, well, that is a pretty good question. It could be anyone's house if it's in the middle of the woods.
That's true. That is true. The cat has a point.
Thank you.
Yeah,
I'm not all fur and bad ideas.
exactly. I was just saying that we're standing out here. If this is your house, we could go in.
Look, I mean,
Can we go in?
Yeah.
Is it alright if we go in?
Be my
you
guest.
inviting us in?
No, seriously, go. It's.
Well,
Can you open the door for me?
Yeah, I can,
we don't want to go in the house without you. Did you want to go in the house first?
Oh,
I didn't mean to be rude. I wasn't sure if you were waiting for us.
Can you open the door for me?
Drinks?
Yes, I can open. I will open the door for us. We can go in together. As soon as the DM finds the
Because
thing.
Sasiko's gonna do that thing where she goes in, and then waits for a minute, and then wants to go back out again. I'm not gonna waste time role-playing that, but that's what she wants to do. That's the intention.
You want to go back out? While Grace finds out. Let me get the door for you. I'll get the door for you. There you go. I'll let you the door.
Okay, I've changed my mind. I would like to come back inside now.
Is that scratching? Is she? Hello. Come right in. Come right in. No problem.
Are you going to be standing this close to me the whole time? I'd like to go back out again, please. Thank you.
No,
problem.
there's no more outside. Outside's gone. You can't go back into the out now. No.
But I can...
No, there's no more outside. There's no more outside.
Just for for the sake of my headcanon, Gem, Sparkle Twinklehorn. What's going on with Sparkle while this is happening?
Yeah.
Us as are just hanging back. Actually. Yeah. That's it.
Fair enough.
You said there was no more outside, but I can't see it. But I understand and I apologize. Sometimes I get carried away. I will go inside now. Have you got somewhere soft for me to sit down?
Yeah, well, it's a very cozy place. You look around the house, there's not really anything special about it. It's a wooden cottage. It's got lots of etched carvings in the door and on the roof beams. The etchings are carved with artful precision, motifs of rabbits running around with various weapons, slinging spells in what looks to be a bog. But I don't know, there's something about the party. They look kind of familiar.
Can I make an Arcana check to see if there are like any runes or anything etched in there that Sasiko might be able to see with her newly revealed magic vision?
Yeah.
Wait.
Anybody else can make an Arcana check as well, if they would like to, or an Insight if you're not Arcana full,
I'd like to do an insight check.
or a
Yeah, I would
History.
like to too. One of my strongest is.
I think the first
There's a
thing.
natural 20 for the Arcana.
All right,
I don't know if you guys can see. Hold on.
I trust you.
I
I
don't.
trust you.
I
That's a
need
20.
signs and
Boom.
documented proof.
Look, I'm giving you documented proof, man.
We need it witnessed by a Justice of the Peace.
Yes, please.
What about the Justice of the Chaos? I can do that.
I'm doing Arcana and I've got 3 or 5. I've
Who?
also found in my notes from last time like some weird stuff about this time. I'm supposed to add 3 charisma next session and -3 to make the physical stats. I can't even remember why that was.
Did you get
Neither
drunk?
do I.
Sounds like a drunk
Yeah,
thing.
weren't you drunk?
Yeah,
Weren't
sounds like
you
a
guys all
drunk.
were drinking. I was drinking. We got the cat really drunk.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah. So did the character and the player though, so that's entirely on me.
Alright, so I've had enough time to recover then, maybe.
Yeah, I reckon. Sven.
Yes.
Mod, what did we get for the check?
I would like to actually ask if it would be okay for me to roll a perception check around the room for anything mundane that could be either dangerous or suspect.
Yeah, for sure.
I got a 16 on insight.
On insight. So I will deal with the etchings first. Sasuko and Mod, as you stare closer at these etchings, they are very familiar because it's you.
Oh no.
There's a
Right.
gun-toting Heron, a druid, or not a druid, a satyr with her little drums. Like, you can see yourself represented, Father O'Leary, and there's Sasuko in the back with her little hat. You're all there, and you're all fighting something.
Father, they did a pretty good representation of you there. They got you with the little in your head and this very small, very good, very small. But,
Listen,
it's still
I don't think I'm much of a fighter.
No, you're a lover, yes.
Like,
That's us. What are we going to fight in a bog? Ugh.
Oh, I didn't even notice. You know what? That actually is you. Huh. That's weird, isn't it?
I'm struggling to believe that you didn't know that was us when you brought us here to this thing. But I will give you the benefit of the doubt because your fur is so luscious, it's soft. And I want to touch it, but I won't because that's bad manners, right, Father? That's bad. I can't just do that.
She extends her paw out.
I think it could be okay. And then I'm gonna do an insight check to see if the bunny is going to get touched.
Sven, what did you get on your check before we go back to consensual touching of the bunny?
I got an 11.
You got an 11?
On my perception check, so.
There's honestly the only thing that you think could be really suspicious is the dagger on her scabbard. On your closer inspection of it, even though it's like really shiny and it looks like it's well taken care of, the hilt, like not the hilt, but like the thing that actually holds the dagger to the belt is really rusty. Thank you. That one is very rusty. So that indicates to you that even though she takes really good care of it, it's more of a sentimental thing than it is actually a weapon that she'd probably ever use.
Ceremonial. Without ceremony, Flint Beastwood pulls from the folds of his clothing the letter that was delivered via Oliphant, I should say, and he slams it down on the table. He says, "Start talking."
Oh, that one. Yep, nope. I remember who you guys are now. She extends her hand over to Sasuko and, like, you know, she's like, feel free. She just kind of
grabs it and then just sort of goes to make biscuits and then just kind of stops herself a little bit and then just touches it and she says, "Yes, I knew I was late. You are very soft."
Thank you.
And I asked
the
before you
letters.
go on, do you use any particular kind of hair oil or like what's your skincare regimen? Because I know my pores with all this travel they've been getting very rough. I'm getting a little bit of irritation on the toe bean situation. You know what? Never mind. We'll catch up about this later.
It's the beeswax and the salmon. You gotta have that beeswax and you gotta have that salmon.
Those omega-3s, yes, I'm with you.
Yes. But, well, I suppose I should probably introduce myself. My name is Jebik, Jebik Lightfoot. And I don't know if you know me. I was kind of a big deal.
I would like to roll a history check. Would that be okay?
Yeah, roll a history check.
Dungeon master.
Right.
History. That is a 9.
That is a 9.
I got 6.
Anybody can roll this.
Hang on, what
I'm
are we
looking-
rolling
I'm
again?
looking-
Sorry?
History.
History. Sorry, I didn't hear you properly.
No, that's not. I'm looking here at this mirror, and I don't think the carving looks exactly like me. I feel I'm much taller, and like more heroic. Like, look, he's kind of slouching, and I'm not really a fighter.
I told you, I did carve them. You're gonna have to take it up with whoever owns a cottage. I'm just here to...
I knew it! It's not your house! I rolled a 10.
Damn it. You rolled a 10?
Yeah.
So a 10, a 7, and Jem, what did you get?
6.
A 6. Sven, this particularly, I should have given you advantage. This particularly will ring very true to you. You knew of a bounty a very long time ago for one Jebek the Light-Footed, previous right hand of the Brigands of the Tollway. But she kind of disappeared after helping a previous party attempt to like get rid of the big problem within the Feywild. Whatever that big problem was, you weren't sure because you were kind of done with that business by then. The other two, you would know of legends of Jebek. She was like the right hand of the most notorious gang of like ruffians in the Feywild, known throughout for her like fast slash and dagger skills. But she should very much be dead.
Right.
Very much. Like, because you're a Herringon Sven, you can... She's probably 300, maybe 400 years old at this point. She old.
And Flint used to get involved in a little bit of banditry himself in his younger days, but now he is an enforcer of the law, and once he starts to put 2 and 2 together, especially seeing this shiny dagger and its rusted scabbard, that might spark a little bit of remembrance for him. His hand does not drift very far away from his pistol, and he squints his eyes and he says to himself, I knew it. I could smell a bail dodger from a mile away. Is that bounty, would that happen to still be open, or is that very much closed?
Oh, very much closed. Very, very much closed. Like, this is like before you were even contracted to your patron. Like, eons ago, basically.
Jebek.
Your name starts to
agree.
ring a bell.
Your name... The name sounds great. It's a... Jebek. I say we all give it a go.
Jebek.
Jebek.
You really have to pronounce the J. Jebek.
Jebek.
Am I getting it?
Yeah.
Exactly. Just like that. Like, damn it, but with a J. Like, Jebek.
I think I remember my witch
Like
talking about you once. Did you ever do any courier work for any of the spellcasters around the place?
Nah, man, I just stole stuff. I stole a lot of stuff. I stole quite a bit of stuff, actually.
I do think, given that you are currently officially registered as dead, maybe don't tell us about previous crimes, so we don't have any particular reason to bring them up to anyone going forward. If we can have plausible deniability, I'm all here for it.
Look, that was a very long time ago. I can see your little trigger-happy friend over there with his hand on his little pistol. But it's been a while since I've done that. I have a new title now, which is Jebic the Lightfooted, previous right hand of the Haragons of the Tollway and caretaker of the very last portal to the Feywild.
Oh, hello.
That's me. Yeah, that's me.
That's a lovely title.
Pleasure to make your acquaintance.
I know.
Regularly.
It's a bit of a mouthful. You might want to work on something.
Oh, probably about 50 years, but I say I'm a little bit older than that, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does it get lonely? Do you have a lot of parties come through?
Nah. I was. Yeah. Look, we'll get to it. There's a little bit of exposition to be gone through. It's why, you know. Look, I'm not exactly sure why you guys are here. I was just given the letters, and I'm the one who guards the portal. So, you know, the Hierophants.
That's right. The letter did have a J on it.
Yeah, so it's me. It's J for Jebic.
Jebic with a J. Jebic.
Jebic.
You sure it's not too much of a G?
It could be a J. I thought it would have been a D, like Jebic, like
See,
gin.
everybody thinks that,
Gin.
but it's actually a J.
Do you
It's actually a J.
do you overpronounce the first part like Jebic, or is it more like
Exactly.
Jabik?
No, that's exactly how you
So-
do it.
So is there a little Holophant around here somewhere?
Nah, look, there's some things to be learnt, but essentially I sent the letters to you because you're the only ones who can enter the rabbit hole, because you've got pure needs or wishes, or look, I'm just hooking you
pure.
guys up because I can't enter the rabbit hole, but you guys can, and I need some help.
Well, for someone with as soft a paws as you, I suppose I can potentially be of service. Can't promise that it will come to you in one piece at the end, but I'll do my best. I'm getting really good at casting mending spells for the things that I explode.
No, that's good. I'm very proud of that. But like, look, as I said, not totally sure why I sent you the letters. I didn't pick you, but the Sealy who put me in charge of the portal, said it was written in the fabric of the weave or some fucking magic
Or
shit like that.
scratched in fucking runes behind your door?
Yes.
Is the
That
door
one.
the weave?
I
Ugh.
d-
Maybe.
no,
Hang on.
look.
I'm going over here, and I'm going to go over to the mirror where it's got that material over it. And I want to have a look in the mirror and see if it's got something written in the weave,
Yeah, have a look.
in the material.
As you're sort of sauntering over towards that material to get a closer look at it, I imagine we can sort of see the head of a like 4-foot panther sort of appear in one of the windows and sort of and then duck down again.
Yeah,
Why am I imagining a toothless type character?
low-key.
Yeah,
because
I agree.
that's exactly what it is now.
Yeah.
It's just toothless. I love it. But yeah, no, Jebic, after your panther has done its little look around, it sees nothing immediately suspicious. There is a clearing that heads into the forest though that it did see, and it tried to enter it, but it got rebuffed, like repulsed
Okay.
by some sort of plot armory wall thing.
There's a lot of that getting around today.
So I'm going to take out the letter and I'm like, right, so we had the coordinates, and this is the coordinates. We had the house here. We got the scrolled letter J.
Yeah.
And can I have a look at the letter and see if there's anything else there?
Yeah.
Is there like instructions or anything like?
No, that's it. It's
Right,
just
so-
the letter.
So you,
that
well, you don't know why you sent the letter. I've got the
No.
letter.
Yes. Look, essentially, I know why I sent the letter, but I don't know why it got to you. Does that make sense? Right? But I mailed the letters. I know why I needed people to come and help, but I didn't know who it would go to. Capiche?
So you just put out a message where you were like, I need adventurers for this one job, and then we just happened to be the ones who appeared. It's almost like there is a force larger than us working upon us, my friends.
Exactly.
That's what happened
Look,
to you as well, right? Because you
Right.
went into a
Well-
fugue state when you wrote the letters, and you were like, I don't know what I'm doing.
well,
but it
no,
happened."
well, the Sealy who gave me the letters just said mail them, and I was like, sure. And then she was also like, there's a portal here, I need you to watch it, I'll give you a house. And I'm like, well, the rental crisis in Faerun kind of sucks, and accommodation's expensive, and I'm old, so I'll have a house.
So what you're saying is we're wasting our time talking to the national postman.
No, that's not it at all, because there is actually a crisis that I need you to solve, right?
She did say she didn't do any courier work. I did already check that. She's not a
That's true.
postman.
Maybe it was more like freelance or volunteer work. Either way, spit it out.
Well, as you say that, you hear the kettle start whistling in the fireplace. She walks over to a table where there are 4 cups, steam rising, awaiting the 4 of you to take a seat. She's like, I think this is better discussed over a cup of tea, because everything's better discussed over a
Right.
cup of tea.
Yes, I'd absolutely love a cup of tea, and I'll go and I'll sit down next to my gunslinging friend and say, hey, listen, she keeps it kind of tight for the... I look at him and then look at her and look at him, look at her. And then nod.
I'm going to roll for persuasion just because I am going to say that I'm actually fasting at the moment.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah, because it's for data reasons, but I rolled a 22, so I'm not going to have any tea.
No, look, I respect that. Culture's important. You're fasting. That's so fair. You go. What about everybody else good for tea? I promise it's not poisoned, and I know that's something somebody who would poison it would say, but it is genuinely, it's not poison. I just wanted to be hospitable.
Refill.
Oh, yeah, no, help yourself. And she also pulls out a tray of cookies, and she's like, these also aren't poison. I'm just trying to be hospitable.
I'm trying to quit, actually.
Essentially,
have you got any milk for the tea? I
do have milk for the tea. And she pulls out like just organic like oat milk and sets it on the table. She's like, sorry, I'm a vegan, so I don't really do animal byproducts. Anyway, look, I digress. Look, I do genuinely need the help of some experienced adventurers. I realize you're not experienced and probably not adventurers looking at the state of the 4 of you, except for one of you who has a gun, which concerns me slightly.
Yeah, he can cast gun, and then the people he casts it that go to meet their maker. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. No, I guess that's pretty cool. So at least 1 out of the 4 of you are competent, which is good because big task. So you see, and I'm going to tell you what's happening. So I guess then maybe you could choose, because I don't just want to force you into the portal without making up your minds. But there's a bunch of hags ruling over the Feywild at the moment, and long ago, the Queen Titania, Zybilna, that's what we call her in Sylvan for the people who speak Sylvan. But she was the ruler of the Sealy Fae, which are the good Fae. Well, technically, like, you know, they're the ones who rule over the day, and the Unseelie are the ones who rule over the night. Anyway, sorry, exposition. But, you know, no one has actually seen her or Oberon in, like, over 100 years or so, which is creating a lot of issues, because there are a bunch of hags fucking ruining the fucking Feywild, which is not helpful at all. Look, but from what I heard, they've placed her under a powerful spell in like a sleep-like trance that drains her power, and you know, replenishes every sunrise because she's the queen of the sun, that stuff. But no one really knows where all the hags are getting this kind of power from. But you know, we'd asked Oberon, but he's been missing for over 100 years, which is kind of just a shitty thing to do. But he is the king of the Unseelies, so It's kind of his middle name. But they have been destroying and warping the Feywild in their own perverted image, perverted dark image. So it was fun before. It's not fun anymore. And almost none of the original Feywilds remain. So not good, not helpful. We've all kind of tried to dethrone the hags, but not much is happening. And they've decided in action to that to close all portals to the Feywild, except for that one, which
It's kind of like a siege. So you're
exactly
going in and out.
exactly. So
wonder.
one party showed up 100 years or so ago, and they got really, really close to defeating the hags. So the hags kind of revolted and shut down all the portals. You used to be able to get through the circus, but you can't anymore. Now this is the only portal left. And not sure if you guys know how magic works, but if the hags manage to close all the portals, no more magic for anyone ever again.
It's quite
Which is
a.
not good.
No, that's not good. But that's
Yes.
not the question.
No. We hear you. I just was left on the edge of my seat.
Tiny cat, you have a question.
Did you see a big, tall, beautiful lady come through here?
Look, I see a lot of big, tall, beautiful ladies come through here. As I said, I do.
She's got big hair and really soft hands, and she smells like cinnamon and books, and is really good at telling me to do things. I'm trying to find her.
Flint leans
You know
over
what?
and sniffs Sparkle Twinklehorn to see if she smells like cinnamon.
What do you smell like, Sparkle Twinklehorn?
Oh, I was actually about to say, I'm starting to actually get pretty angry, so I'm actually starting to smell like sulfur. You can sort of see, no one said my name yet, which is good, but the thought of all the portals being closed and magic being gone has touched something primal, and I'm ready to jump in actually, but I'd like to find out more.
That's pretty much it. There's not much more than that. But you know what? I did actually see a lady that fits that description. I thought it was quite odd to smell cinnamon on a person. Kind of thought she was one of those anthropomorphic gingerbread people that you see occasionally.
Well, she likes to bake her charms into biscuits, so when she's giving them to the children, they can take them and then take the charm away with them.
Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Well, I did see someone who smelled like cinnamon, and she did head towards Paul. Not sure how she got past the little magic barrier that the Sealy Fae set up. She must be pretty powerful if she could do that.
If anyone's looking at Sasuke, you can see she's grabbing the edges of her dungarees and she's fluffing up a little bit.
Yeah.
That's my
Sounds like it might be your witch, that's okay.
That might be my witch.
Anybody got any questions?
Father are really staring intently at one of the cookies. He's already eaten 12, and now everyone's talking about magically enchanted cookies. He's just staring at her.
Don't worry, I promised you they weren't poison. I said they weren't. Rabbit, any questions for you, Mr. Rabbit?
We've got a couple questions for you. First of all, I just wanted to say that I find hags revolting at the best of times. You weren't quite forthcoming when you said hags. How many are we talking about?
Let me see. She lifts up her fluffy little paws and she's like, 1, 2, 3, 4. About 3.
4 hags. That'll cost you 1,000 gold pieces per hag.
I mean, or you could do it for free because we'll run out of magic. And I don't know about you, but that pistol looks like it's magical. And guess what happens when magic runs out? Animals stop talking. You can't summon your familiars anymore. Your guns don't work.
If magic goes away, I won't be here either.
Oh.
I don't
I didn't
consider
think
that to
about that.
necessarily
That's
be
not
such a
right.
bad thing.
Yeah, I'm wondering. I'm wondering whether your little problem would go away as well if the magic went away. Could it be good for you?
What
For
problem?
me?
Oh, her problem.
I'm not saying what problem. I was pointing at the bunny.
Oh.
What? Which one? No, me. My problem. What are you talking about? What problem?
I don't have any problems.
I don't have any problems. The only problem I got right now is I'm seated in this room. Seated ain't a word, but it is now. Seated in this room with a bunch of strangers. And I got someone sitting opposite me, telling me that I've got
have feelings for this person, this elderly bunny that you're looking at. I understand it can be a lot, and if you need to talk, I'm here for you. But I think you should just go for it. This may be your last night on this planet.
No, absolutely not. No offense, but I find you revolting.
Jessica is just giggling in the corner now.
Yeah.
You're loving it, please.
You're absolutely not my type. No offense at all, but I find the side of you to be disgusting. Repulsive.
I just want you to
No
know
offense.
that I'm actually a gilf. So I'm not gonna take this shit from you. And
Is
you're
anybody
also
else feeling this chemistry? These two, it's like two sparks igniting. I'm looking at them. All I hear and all I see is love.
I said no offense.
well, I took
Jessica's
offense to
elbowing
that.
Sparkle and raising her eyebrows and going, yeah, she's old enough to be a grandmother. How could you be feeling such things? Ugh.
You can't take offense. I said no
drama?
offense. Now
You can't say no offense and then expect me not to take offense. That's like punching me and going, no punches. You still fucking punched me and it fucking hurt.
You two. I think the three of us should go outside and let these two little lovebirds work
Yes,
out their
let
tip.
the sparks
Then
fly, so to speak.
We'll come back in.
I think you should be quiet. I'm actually getting quite annoyed by your voice. Very annoying.
I'm just gonna start playing my pan flute to try and lighten the mood a little bit.
now's not the time for the
There you
no
see
pants
her.
flute dance.
Sitting there
Tell me.
across the way.
If
She don't got a lot to say, but there's something about her. You don't know
you can
why,
draw,
but you know
I
you gotta
really
try. You
need
gotta.
you.
I hope you know. I'm gonna be
Fan
doing
art.
this. Yeah, it'll
Yes!
happen.
Yes!
Can I get some backup
Yes.
singers for this bit?
is that
I
a
will send
La
you.
la 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 la, don't be shy.
that's
I
a
will
for the record,
send
that's
you
a
art of
pistol.
what Debick used to look like when she was young, for reference.
That's a
Please do.
pistol in his pocket.
Guys,
All right,
guys, I'm just saying, when we
Pistol in
approach,
his pocket.
Grace described her as being like hot and ripped. 100%.
She's
did.
like the Salma Hayek of rabbits.
Can I?
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what I was going with. I was like,
that's the vibe I
listen,
got
this is
straight off the bat.
Yeah,
Literally.
just throwing this out there, and this is headcanon for me. Flint does not like other Harangon. He is not attracted to other
He's a
Harangon.
lone wolf. Is that a furry thing?
Probably. I don't know.
I'm
But
the alpha, I'm the leader, I'm the one to
as a rabbit, he's attracted to people that are the exact opposite that he is. So he does not like other Harangon. Not cats. No, mostly taller. He's a tall people.
Oh, he likes big ladies.
He likes big ladies.
Is that why he likes Sparkle so much? She's a big lady.
Well, the thing about
She
it
is the
to
tallest
me,
among us.
all the ladies are pretty big, so it's good. But no, I think we should respect the process. Maybe when we come back, and I just sort of nudge Flint a little bit, but maybe we can focus on work for now.
Yes,
But
this is
do you-
the first sign I've seen of my witch going anywhere.
you know, but I do have names, for the hags, you know, just in case you're wondering, so that you're not just walking in there blind.
Right.
Can we have them?
Yeah. So there's Bavlorna, there's Skabatha, and there's Endelin, and your ears immediately perk up, Flint, because that is the exact name of the contract that your Fae gave you, Bavlorna.
Well, all right.
Bavlorna, Gabatha.
And Endelin.
I think you and I think we might be talking the same language now, but there's one thing that I want to know. You said that others had tried to take down this trio of hags in the past. What makes you think that the four of us will do any better?
Look, it's a bit hard to explain, but even though it's been like 100 years in Faerun. It's been about 400 over there. And the hags have been feeding off Zybilna, and so they've been getting younger, so they look different now, which means it's actually going to be harder for you to find them, because no one really knows what they look like anymore, because they're all younger, which kind of just makes your job harder. So I don't totally know that you're going to actually be able to kill them, but I'm just doing my job.
One last question.
Yes.
You said that no one knows what they look like, but just for my reference, I'm able to track them down. You wouldn't happen to know if any of them are tall?
Well, as I said, they are regressing in age, so it could be any age, but I do know they've got, like, certain characteristics. So there's, like, a swampy one, there's a dull-looking one, and then there's a goth-looking one, in that order, if that makes any sense.
So they're regressing in age.
Bavmorda is the stinkiest swamp lady. Skabitha is the boring, frumpy one. And then Enderlin is the hot goth ahop mummy.
Yes, that's exactly right.
Right, well,
Yes.
I don't want to speak for the rest of you, but I think that we need to find Enderlin as soon as possible. For professional
take her
reasons.
prisoner,
Yeah, we're gonna need to ask her some questions. So professional things only. All right. Well, I'll tell you what.
Well there, cowboy.
But I mean, look, you're not totally on your own, if it makes you feel any better, because there
No,
is
it doesn't.
actually a rebellion happening in the Feywild. I'm not totally sure where they are, but I do know that they recently planned an assault on the hags and then went completely silent. So there's that.
Well, that's
But-
comforting.
There's a rebellion somewhere in the Feywild. I just don't know where.
That's not comforting
Do
at
you
all.
know-
Now, not only do we have to deal with a bunch of amateurs, they're gonna know that we're coming for them.
Do you have anything that would be useful that you've collected in your 50 years here?
Ooh. I guess you could have the dagger. And she reaches into the scabbard. She pulls out the dagger. She's like, the wizard in the rebellion actually, like, enchanted it so that we could always fight each other. Because they're only whittle. They're quite young, actually. They're only in their teens. I'm kind of surprised that they're that strong. That, seriously, these fighters, they're insane. But anyway, you can have this, and she sort of hands over the dagger. So it's just a normal dagger. It's +1, and it glows
That's not
in
normal.
proximity.
all.
Well, it's magic. In case you're wondering.
Just out of interest, do you know if Mr. Witch and Mr. Light maybe have anything to do with the resistance?
Nah, I think after the portal shut down in the Feywild Carnival, but the carnival kind of just fucking shut down. I mean, like, the magic is strongest wherever there's an opening to the Feywild. And since there's no longer an opening to the Feywild in the Witchlight, it kind of just lost all their magic. I mean, I'm sure you guys can feel how strong the magic is here. It's because the portal's like 500 meters that way.
Yes, but that would give them an incentive to open the portals again. So if we can find them, they might help us too.
This is true. But nobody's seen them at about the same time that party went missing. Like, they left,
Right.
and then no one's really seen them in 200 years.
Do you
can
know
I
where the
just-
portal goes at the other end? Oh, sorry, Father. You go, please.
Oh no,
Age before beauty.
I was going to say something out of character, so I thought the conversation was done. Keep going. I'll go to someone to ask afterwards.
Okay.
The only reason I ask is because my witch used to go and do things at their carnival as well. So maybe I thought that they would be together. Maybe.
As I said, it has been missing for a while. Everybody kind of suspected that went back to the Feywilds, and are kind of hiding out there somewhere, in a dugout maybe. But that portal, that one that's that way, it goes back to the Feywild.
But where in the Feywild? Do you know what's on the other end?
No.
So you could be teleporting us right into the trap.
Yes. Look, I'm gonna assume that, there's kind of a war going on between the Fae. There's, the Unseelies hate the Seelies. I'm gonna assume, since the Seelies put up the portal, it's not gonna be bad. Yes, my very centaur-looking friend, but you're not a centaur, you're a satyr.
Yes, I would like to ask, could you come with us?
I mean, I can take you to the portal, but only people with a true intention can enter, which is why I can't go.
What if you hold my hand and we go through?
No, it doesn't work like that. I'll just, you've actually got to have a reason to go. It's to stop people going in there and just continuing to wreck the actual issue, because, they've already gone in there and caused a whole bunch of trouble, and, the magic is concentrated into a very small area, so the spells have more effects than they do out here. It's a whole bunch of nonsense. But effectively, you actually have to have a valid reason to be able to go through the portal. Does that make any sense?
Flint Beastwood pulls out the bounties, the bounty offers or papers, and he slides them onto the table in front of us, and he's like, well, I've got a good enough reason to want to go back to the Feywild. What about the rest of you?
Yeah, that works. No, that's fine.
I need to find a witch.
I'm just gonna go have a walk over to the inscriptions. I want to have a good look at the fighting scene. And I want to say 3 things, or determine 2 things.
Yes.
So the first thing I'm going to say is, Gemma, when you're putting your hand up to talk to someone, don't do this one, because I'm pretty sure, isn't that like...
That's the I need help.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the domestic violence thing, I need help. So probably...
Yeah,
It is,
so
yeah.
it's like, if you walk up to somebody and you're like this, if somebody ever does this to you...
Yeah, it happens that, like, they introduced it the other year. I was doing a job and somebody introduced it to me, and I'm like...
Yeah.
So just to be clear, if that's ever happened to you, just tell me and I'll beat the snot out of the person you're with.
Yeah, so if anybody ever
You
comes...
have to be subtle, just go like,
PSA,
that guy.
people, if
Yeah, it's like
anybody
the Andrew
ever
Shot thing.
comes up to you and is like this, just
Someone hold my
know...
hand up. Oh no.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's okay.
No, we know it's fine.
And if anyone ever does this, it means they're a member of the Order of the Brotherhood of Assassins. So don't get those confused. Very different things.
Yeah, the assassins, the barracudas, the worst assassins there
There's
are.
also this one, which is the Hand of Fatima. Which is the thing that all the saints do.
Just
true.
whole different gang
Lucifer.
signs. So don't get them mixed
Yeah.
up. This
I thought
is
that they're
West Side.
connected or
I don't
something.
know.
It's real weird.
The other 2 things I want to determine is, 1, does it look like we're fighting 4 figures, or does it look like we're fighting 1? And does it look... sorry, answer that first.
No, you go. So does it look like you're fighting 4 figures, or you're fighting 1?
Yeah,
Is
so
that
in
what
the
you're asking?
inscription, can we see, are we fighting a force, or are we fighting one thing? I'm just like, it's a picture of us fighting, so I want to see what we're fighting.
Hey, what are we fighting in the swamp?
So it's depicted in a way where it's sort of like shooting off. Like, you can't actually see what you're fighting, but you are definitely fighting something. But roll me an insight.
Good
And the
dungeon
last thing
master.
I'm going to ask is, does it look like we're winning?
Now we all there.
Yeah. Tell me how you go on that insight.
Just an 11.
Just an 11. Look, you don't look stressed. I'll give you that.
Well,
Like, it's a fight, but Flint looks calm.
Flint always
I
looks
imagine it's
calm.
pretty bad if Flint's panicking, and he doesn't seem to be panicking. So,
Good to know.
Fair enough. Well, I have a
And you're
reason
all
to
there.
go? And he tries to think really hard of a reason to. Do I have a reason to go? And he thinks back to the line of pregnant women outside his hut.
Yeah.
And then he also thinks back to the Fey god that told us they're going to kill us if we don't go. I'm like, well, I guess I could probably eke out a little time in the schedule.
oh, that's good. What about you, Twinkle Toes, or whatever your name is? Do you have a reason to?
I think it's Twinkle Face.
Yeah, that's the best way things for me at the moment. Yeah, no, I want to go. So.
You won't go? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. Legit. Well, I guess I'll just take you on over then, if y'all ready. You
All right,
you ready?
Let's go.
Yeah.
No time
Cool.
like the present. And he slides his gun back into his holster, and he scrambles down from the chair, which I'm not sure. It's probably oversized since we're all about 3 foot tall, except for Sparkle. So either it's too big for us or too small for her.
Awesome.
Either way, it looks really awkward. He scrambles down, and he follows this Harangon out where Bear is just absolutely covered in those little grass seeds that get stuck to animals.
Yeah.
And
Good tigers.
you know, Flint just shakes his head, and Bear's tongue sort of lolls out of its mouth for a second. We're ready to go. Are we ready to go? Are we going to the fucking Feywild?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeehaw.
Everyone ready?
Fucking
What is this?
Feywild.
What is this? What does this portal
Go
look
for a
like?
walk.
So you guys are kind of
As
on your
we start
little
walking,
journey.
as we
Yes,
start
go.
walking further, he's let's go for a little bit of a trip, and he holds his hand up to Flint.
And Flint just looks down at your hand and does not do anything.
All right, let's go on an adventure. And he takes a step back and holds his hand up to Twinkle.
I take your hand.
Oh,
Yay.
that's sweet.
Right this way, Henry. We'll skip off together, walk into it, and I assume that you have someone riding in a custom-built hair bride cat
The
stand.
hair wrap.
Yep.
Is that a thing still?
If we
Sorry,
want it
what
to
was
be.
that?
Remember the hammock
Yeah.
in between the
We
horns?
might take that off
Yeah.
because it's hurting my head.
No, thank you, but I'm going to walk. I want to go into the Feywild for the first time on my own 4 paws.
Okay. Well,
It's just a grump behind us.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Listen, if he's going to be all, I am the alpha. I am the only guy in the world with any sort of problems. He can follow up the rear and look out for the attacks from behind us if we need to.
I love that.
Don't talk about my rear like that.
I really think he's just trying to be tough in front of this one.
Well, you guys enter the forest. Surrounding this portal is just this massive lake. You go to step towards the lake, and you're all stopping because it's a giant lake, and Jebek just steps onto it. And you sort of realize that there's this invisible, bridge, almost. So you make your way across it to the middle where the portal is, and you feel it pulling like a vacuum. It's pulling you closer, and it feels cold, and the wind is just whipping your hair.
Is this is a kind of forested, wooded area, I'm imagining?
Yeah,
Yeah?
for sure.
Well, one thing that I would like to do is before I go into any portal, I am a natural explorer, and I am proficient in forested areas as a ranger because it's my chosen thing. I would like to have a look around the portal and see if there has been any traffic into and out of the portal recently.
Yeah, for sure.
Would you like a roll for
So-
that, or
Yeah. If you want to roll for that, like nature, I reckon.
I can roll nature. I think survival or investigation might.
Whatever you think might be best. Maybe investigation.
All right, let's go with investigation. I think that probably suits it best. So I'm gonna roll that. So a total of 19.
19.
And just for clarity's sake, while tracking other creatures, you also learn their exact number, their sizes, and how long ago they passed through the area.
Awesome, thank you. So you can definitely see that a humanoid has walked through here in the past day, about small to medium size, and the footprints smell like cinnamon.
He Flint sort of stops before he enters the portal. He gets down on his haunches and he picks up some of the dirt, rubs it between his fingers, and then eats some of the dirt. And you see his nose twitch and his whiskers twitch. He doesn't say anything, but he definitely recognizes the smell of cinnamon. And then I would like to do one more thing.
Yes.
Actually, no. I'm gonna save that for another time. That's okay.
Okay. No stress. All right. Well, Jabbit kind of just stares expectantly at you all and is like, well, go on. Just...
Can I ask?
Yeah.
To get back, what do we need to do?
Well,
It's a
to tell
damn
you the
good
truth, I
question.
hadn't really thought that far ahead. I was kind of just assuming that you'd kill the hags and Zybilna would come back and probably let you back. So probably kill the hags, I'd say. Otherwise, you're gonna have to come all the way back to the portal. And I'm assuming it closes on the other side. So I think it's a one-way ticket.
That's alright, I have nothing to be here on this side for anyway.
Well, you just missed it, but Sven, I'm not sure if you want to say anything. If you don't want to say anything, it's up to you.
I'm gonna keep it to myself for the time being.
Yeah, for sure. So that's fine. But yeah, no, it's a bit of a one-way ticket, isn't it? Sorry about that, but look, as I said, if you kill the hags, I'm assuming Titania's gonna let you go back. She is pretty benevolent like that. Yeah. Any questions?
All I can say is we saw a picture of us all fighting together, and it didn't look like we were worried at all. So perhaps this is a good opportunity to not get killed by some sort of crazy fey god.
Yes, let's go. She was mad
All
at me
right,
last
let's
time,
go
wasn't
for a
she?
walk.
Good point. Let's go.
Flint draws his pistol, and with one final, untrusting glare for no reason whatsoever, he looks towards Bear for a moment, and he's like, "You got my back, buddy." And Bear just looks back with this vacant stare of not understanding a thing that he's saying, and then he's like, "Right, let's go." He steps to the portal, gun in hand.
Awesome. Well, the portal pulls you in, and everything goes dark.
Oh, I died. Shit. I knew I shouldn't have gone in that portal. All right, well, next adventure?
You know what they say. Never go in a portal.
Anything, you guys want to jump in the portal? You have no idea that whatever's happening is happening.
Yeah,
But-
I mean,
We
Yeah?
tried our best to save him. I guess.
Everything goes dark.
Time to
Cut.
cut.
Yep. Mod, you stepping in?
Yeah, no, I was going in. Sorry, I'll still hold
Darkness.
hand, so I'll go in with her.
Sasako,
I've just realized I've been muted this whole time. Like a scrub. But yeah, no, I go in.
Yeah, everything
was
goes
like-
dark.
She's
So-
lying.
Sounds good. Sounds about right.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
feel the sensation of falling in the dark, and it's wet. Like being in the middle of a dark, wet hurricane. You call out, but the wind is so loud that you literally cannot hear yourself shout.
There's no place like home. There's no place like home.
We're still falling.
You just hit the water with this loud splash. The water is cold and deep, and when you submerge, you see nothing.
Can I roll a Constitution save to see how okay Sasiko is about this? Because she's a cat.
Oh,
and
for
this is very
sure.
deep, very cold water.
Yes.
That is a 2 plus 1 for a 3.
Oh, you can have
Sasiko is
advantage for
not
swimming
alright.
to the surface. You are not okay with this. Actually, you know what? You can take a psychic damage. A single psychic damage.
Okay, yeah, Sasiko is not in a good place right now. She is
She's
like
not happy.
no, even with advantage, I got a 6, so that is not.
She's not happy.
Mhm.
The water is pitch black and freezing cold, and it feels like a million tiny pins are pricking your body. Just like with any cold, pitch black, dark water, your mind starts running wild, and you feel like you can feel things moving past you rapidly, and you feel like you're not alone in this lake. So you swim rapidly to the surface, and you breach to a blood red sky. The moon is full. The air is freezing cold and thick with smoke. The trees are burnt and singed skeletons sticking out of the charred earth. Those of you who are familiar with the Feywilds find a warped and skewed view of the land you once knew. This is very much hag territory, just in case you were wondering.
Yeah, no, Sasiko's gonna crawl up to the shore, like hissing and spitting and yowling. Like, I'm not gonna recreate that on in voice or anything because you guys don't need to hear that. But it's just like imagine the most like furious, piteous yowling and like hissing and spitting that you've ever heard from a cat on the way to the vet. Like that kind of like level of distress as she's dragging herself up with her claws, and she looks drenched. Like all of her beautiful fluffy brown fur is like flicked down to her skull, and she looks like the most pathetic, raggedy thing any of you guys have ever seen.
She looks like that one cat meme where it's like the saturated cat that's just looking at you like.
In the meantime,
that
I'm
one-
trying to be
that
quiet.
the combination
to
of-
not draw attention.
The combination of the cat who's like
Yeah.
like that one.
Yeah, just
Not a happy cat.
moist,
Not
grumpy
a
cat.
happy cat at all.
Yeah, the air is deadly quiet, save for the wind, which sounds like a howling dog, and the gentle
I-
sloshing of the water on the riverbank,
I get
and
to the top of
Sasiko.
the water.
and
I-
Sasako screaming.
I get to the top of the water and I grab like a big plank of wood, and I see what I think Sasako and put it on the wood. I'm like, there's not enough room for the both of us. And I swim to the shore, and then when I get there, I look up and Sasiko's already on the shore, and I'm like, holy shit, a cat.
Is it Flint? It's just
I don't know, it's another cat. Get out of here.
rabbit.
Hey, goddamn cat.
Cat immediately drowns.
oh god. Can we not?
Flint, how are you dealing?
Flint, after falling through the darkness, hearing the driving rain and the wind, he's disoriented for a moment, just scrambling in the darkness. You can probably see that crimson sky overhead, and his lungs begin to burn. He's not really an aquatic creature, but after a moment he feels like this comforting warmth beneath him as Bear sort of lifts him up to the surface, and together they sort of scramble towards the shore. Flint is like just like spitting out the filthy, muddy water, and he sort of he holsters his pistol, wipes the mud from his face, and stands up. He takes a moment to take in his surroundings, and the first thing that he wants to do is he wants to see if he can try and help calm Sasiko down a little bit to see.
There is an image in the chat that is going to give the best
exactly-
indication
Alright,
of how
I'm
bad
That
she's
is
feeling right now.
exactly what I was
It's
thinking.
not having a good time.
No.
That was exactly what I was thinking.
Yeah, like the big luminous eyes and just not. And although her dungarees are all wet and her hat's fallen off and it's only held on by a little toggle and
I'm gonna say-
it's just
I'm
like
gonna-
a bad time.
I'm gonna put that on the stream because it's so perfect. Anyway, Sven, continue.
Flint pulls off his whatever you call these things again, poncho. He pulls off his poncho, and he sort of uses it to try and wipe away some of the water from Sasiko's fur, and he's like, shh, 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 calm, listen to me, Sasiko, look at me. It's all right. It's all right.
It's cold.
It's all right. Listen to me. There's something I didn't tell you. Your witch. She's here somewhere. I smelt it.
I know that.
The cinnamon. As we stepped in through the portal. But if you want to find your witch, you gotta pull yourself together.
Okay, I'll try. I'm sorry. I'll be quiet.
All right.
And you see her sort of like curl up into herself as much as she can, sort of shivering and just sort of like trying to get herself warm again.
And
Because she's only little.
this is
Oh, that's so
little.
cute.
this is the first time you've probably seen any type of like maybe like warmth, I guess, or care from Flint
Yeah.
as he tries to calm her down a little bit.
Yeah.
Once she starts to relax, he looks up towards Bear, and he just holds up a finger and makes like a circular motion. He's like whistles, and he's basically indicating to Bear to just have a quick look around, make sure there's nothing nearby.
Yeah, for sure. Well, Bear does a little bit of a perimeter sweep, and comes back, and there is nothing immediately threatening.
All right, I think it might be a good idea for me if I want that information.
That's threatening. Terrible.
Flint might actually cast a spell while Bear's doing his rounds. He's going to cast speak
The
with
sun.
animals so that he can fully understand, the information that Bear relays to him.
Yeah.
And I imagine this probably takes a little bit of time too. So if you want to pass the ball over
In
to
the
the
meantime,
others.
as that's happening, Sasiko is going to like come back to herself a little bit and realize that she's wrapped in Flynn's poncho, and sort of reach out a bedraggled paw and go to hand it back to him. And she says,
I won't tell anyone about you being nice if you want to stay by yourself. But thank you. I needed that.
All right. We're not
Aww.
we're not in the material plane anymore. This isn't exactly how I remembered my home. He looks around, he points out the blood red sky, the dead trees, the mud, the bones poking out. And he's like, when I was here, I don't remember much from my childhood. But I remember green fields, the sounds of birds, the laughter of my 36 brothers and sisters. This is a far stretch from what I remember. Something bad's happened here. That Jebbik undersold it.
she did, but I'm sorry, I can't go back in the water. Can you help Twinkle Hooves and Father? I don't know if Father can swim very well. He's very dense.
I
Fat shamed him.
No, he's just a small, compact man.
Hey, listen. Father really is a stud, sure.
Yeah, exactly.
Confirmed.
He's like
That's all those
all of the
children
good
were
things
his.
about a man and just compressed.
All those children were
Condensed.
yours, weren't they?
So-
Can I get everybody
We
to
don't know.
roll a perception check?
Yep, I get a little bit
Yes.
of a bonus on those, I think.
Can I roll one
Yes,
for
you
Bear
do.
as well?
Of course you can.
Hooray!
You can have advantage since Bear did a perimeter check.
Oh
Okay.
man, I got a 4.
I'll just roll.
Oh, no.
So I rolled a 17 plus 5, so a 22.
22.
do.
Awesome.
All right, that'll
12 for
be
me.
a 16 from Flint with it if I'm rolling with advantage.
I'm still
Huel.
upset. Yeah, I'm clearly upset. I don't like the state of where we've landed.
No, that's fair. It's traumatizing.
I'm
So-
bedraggled. I've worked my way up to the shore. Like my legs are wet.
Asiko's
No,
gonna try and pull you up onto the beach as best as she can.
Thank you.
I'm sorry, wash my clothes. I'm sorry, I can't pull them in right now. They don't go down if I can't calm down. But I'll get you up. I'll get you up. Come on.
And I'm out. I'm just like,
Yeah.
Father,
Uh,
how did you
Father,
do?
Father really he's got out of the water. He brought his big block of wood that he was swimming with, puts it off to the side, and rips off his shirt and that to reveal that he's ripped underneath. He
Yep,
looks like
no
really
surprises
stocky
there.
with his stuff. Just like rips it off, and he's just like Ryan Reynolds slash what's that? What's that?
John Cena.
Chris
John Cena all the
Hemsworth.
way.
Yeah, John
Cena,
Cena.
yeah. John Cena. Hang on, let me just check. No,
Oh,
it
he
can't be
can't
John
see
Cena.
him.
He's 7 strength. He's 7 strength. He's a very lean strength, like SAS style. But
So
Yourself,
Jason
and he's-
Statham then, with like the hair. And
a
everything.
skinny Jason Statham. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
So he wrings his clothes out, but then he pulls out his little axe and starts chopping up the wood for some kindling, and he just starts getting ready, gets out his tinderbox, starts drying stuff off, getting to start
Tinder
to make a
box.
fire. Yeah, he gets out his tinderbox and starts swiping.
Slapping
well,
right.
I actually don't. Which one's right? I've never used Tinder before. Is right good or bad?
Right is like a match. Left is like not a match.
And what's up? If you swipe up, what happens then?
That's a super like, and only really creepy people do that.
And also only people who pay for the app.
That's
do
definitely
Yes,
what Flint
this
does.
is
He-
true.
He swipes up several times until the tinderbox lights
Until he-
up,
until
and then
he
he
strikes
starts
a
the
match.
fire.
Until
Yeah,
he strikes
yeah.
a match and then it's
He
and
gets a
then the
match,
fire
he
starts.
strikes it, and then he's like, oh, there you go. Works every time. And he lights up his tinder. It's an effective social tool, this tinderbox. It gets everyone to gather around. But yeah, he starts up a fire, gets its kindling going, and uses the wood to make a little fire.
Okay,
And he
you get
looks over-
disadvantage on your perception check.
I'm happy to not do perception check.
Oh,
I'm doing it
slay.
to get my clothes
Okay.
dry, yeah.
Cool.
Why would you want to cover up that ripped bod?
Yeah.
Wringing the clothes out, and he takes out some of his yardage and makes a little clothesline, hangs them out.
Flint takes your clothes and throws it into the center of the lake. You won't be needing that anymore. No, that doesn't happen.
Canonically, Father Aurelia is just like buff and
Fucking
shirtless.
Loki.
Well,
Um,
listen, I completely understand how you feel, and I'm willing to engage in sexual behavior,
Relations.
sexual
relations with
relations.
you.
But listen, I'm a little bit tired from the cold. If we could just have a few minutes to warm up by the fire, and I'll get my clothes, then maybe it's okay.
And then we can share the body heat and make sure we make it through the night. To be sure.
wow, this
Okay,
It's a
so-
survival, Father. It's a survival situation.
This took
you
a
can't
turn.
play around with that sort of thing. No,
The
you
thing
can't.
is, yeah, he does the fire, and then he gets down and he starts doing push-ups. And he's like, "You see, I'm doing the push-up challenge. I've got to do 140 a day just to make sure that we beat back depression."
So did you have that in your notes, Grace? What to do if things get a bit thirsty on the shore of the scary, terrible lake?
I
I
blame
did
Grace
not
for this.
plan
Right
for a
now,
sex.
just-
Look, in all of my notes, I did not prepare for a sex scene.
Wasn't
No.
covered? Wasn't covered? Okay,
Okay,
we're
so-
improvising.
Well, neither is Father O'Reilly, so it balances
That's
out.
not the. Hang on, that's not the email I got from you, Grace. Which note are you reading? That's the
Um,
Well, I
thirstiest
mean,
email
I
I've
have
ever
said
seen.
they've gotten destroyed
says-
multiple times.
It says, "It's Pride Month. Be proud of that body, Father, or may I say, Daddy."
Father of the bears. Father of the bears.
I feel like Father O'Reilly is more of an otter than anything. Like twink shaped
agree.
but bear covered.
I
Alright.
agree.
I-
I agree.
Perfect. Oh yeah, sorry.
It's Pride
Ripped.
Month, everybody. We're out here representing.
I need to cue up a sexy saxophone sound drop for
Yeah,
moments
give
like
us-
this.
give us-
I'm
give us
really.
sexual healing.
I might be able to add it in post. But if some
Please
time
do.
passes while we wait for Father O'Reilly's shirt to dry up.
Hang on, let me do some slow motion axe work.
No, the perception check though. We should probably get back to the.
Oh
Yeah,
yes.
I got a 22.
Okay,
If that
yes.
helps.
I'm completely distracted by all of this bullshit.
Span, what did you get?
I think I got a 16. If
Okay, cool.
serves me.
All right. Well, Sasako and Flint, in the distance, about 5 or so meters away from you, notice a log bobbing up and down in the water, but against the current.
I shoot it.
Roll for initiative. Except for Father O'Reilly and Twinkle Toes, who are surprised.
What? Can I
Oh,
still roll for
no.
initiative?
Actually, still roll for initiative, but you're just surprised.
Flint
Yeah,
doesn't
no, I'm fine with
hesitate. He just click boom, just straight up.
18 for Sasiko.
Okay, cool.
It's a 20.
Look at that.
Sasako,
Why I live and
please
dream.
please witness that I have actually added your new picture to
Hang on,
the
whereabouts am I finding this again? Where's the map?
On VTT, above
Above
VTT. So
VTT.
you go D&D Beyond, campaigns.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
yeah.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, that's Sasiko's new picture.
Yes, and this
It
will
looks so
forever
good.
be the picture.
Please don't make it be forever the picture.
No, it can easily be
That
changed
makes
back.
me so sad.
No, I'll change it. Don't
That's,
worry. That
uh,
art is too beautiful to change. No, it'll just be for now.
That's
in
some
the swamp.
that's some fantastic above
In the
VTT work, by
swamp.
the way, Grace. Hats off
Thank you.
to that. That's
Okay,
great.
so sorry, just I'm in campaigns. I'm looking
Yes.
at Where the Witching Hour. I go into view campaign,
Yes.
and then it's in where's the VTT section?
Should be by your
so
character.
at the top, it should say join VTT at your character
This should.
if you have it installed.
I don't have the D&D Beyond app installed.
That'd be
I
why
don't think
Computer.
you're unable to see it.
You don't need.
So above VTT is, and this is for the people at home as well. If you're watching this
Yeah,
and you'd
sure.
like to play
Okay,
Dungeons and
can
Dragons
you-
with your
can you-
friends,
Can you walk me through it? So I'm on the
Yeah.
D&D Beyond homepage. I
yes,
go to my profile. I go to campaigns.
correct. Yep. And then
And
if
I
you
go to
go to the Beware the Witching Hour campaign,
view campaign.
it should have a list of the characters. Your character should be
Yep.
there.
Review.
There should be view, and there should be one that says join above VTT. If it's not there, you more than likely don't have the extension installed on your Chrome browser. And-
No, I don't think I do.
Okay, so it's really quick. If you just Google above VTT, it'll come up, and just install that onto your Chrome browser. Then refresh that campaign page, and you should see a little button come up underneath your character with join above VTT. Press that.
Okay, thank you. We'll let everyone else carry on while I do that.
All good.
Well, that's alright. Emerging
Ah.
from the water, you can see the shape of a 26-meter crocodile,
What, only
perfectly
26 meter?
camouflaged. Only 26 meters.
Meters or feet? Great.
Meters.
Oh my god.
Meters.
Bigger than a bus.
Meters. Yeah, not feet. meters.
I'm looking at what are my spells.
It's fucking huge. And you should be able to see a nice big little pic of it here. Now this is not my work. I just want to clarify. So every time, because I have picked a few monsters, from Pinterest, as you do. So I just want to clarify. This is not my artwork, and this is not my monster. It was made by the Dungeon Master's Chest. So thank you to them for this amazing artwork and this amazing monster. It's going to be an absolutely sick fight. But I think we'll see you next week.
Oh, no! Oh, man.
Like Clouded daggers all the way. Oh.
First time I get to shoot something, gotta wait till next week.
Wait, did you hit?
Man. Well, I guess we'll find out. We'll find out next week, I guess.
Find out.
I did roll a 24 on my initiative check, so I wanna make sure that carries over.
Yeah, actually, tell me what your initiatives are so that I can make sure that you get the same initiative.
Okay, so yeah.
Me and Father O'Reilly were both. Oh my God, there's buff Father O'Reilly.
Perfect.
We were both surprised. I got 17. Father O'Reilly got 13.
13.
24. And Sassico, did you get 18?
I actually rolled a 17 and I get a +1, so yeah, 18. Yep.
Okay, cool.
Okay, in the meantime, I'm gonna have to work out how to play the VTT thing because it's
Oh
not
yeah,
letting me
we
do
can
any of
show
it.
you.
Yeah, it's
If you would.
It's super easy to use. Yeah.
it's really good.
It's saying my character slots are exceeded, but I've got slots 0 out of unlimited.
Okay, all
Oh,
right.
that's probably why, because you haven't got a character for Sasako. Maybe do you have a D&D Beyond? Anyway, you know what? We'll fix it in post, ladies and gentlemen. We'll
There it
fix
is.
it in post.
Oh.
Possibly, if it keeps going, change Father O'Reilly's name to Daddy O'Reilly.
Yes.
Possibly.
There he is. There's the man.
He's no
in the
longer
background.
Father O'Reilly, he's now Daddy O'Reilly, and I'm not sure how I feel about that just yet.
I will do it right now. I will change him to Daddy O'Reilly, and we can all witness it. I'll
Only
put
with
you
mod
back.
permission. Mod.
Mod, Daddy O'Reilly. Can I change your name?
Yeah, that's all out of game. You can change whatever you want. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
all good.
Daddy O'Reilly is now, that's canon.
That's fine.
But yeah, we'll see you next week for
Or really?
the campaign's
Daddy.
first dragon.
Oh shit!
Who's excited?
Oh, shit. All right. Oh, God.
Starting us off with an easy encounter.
Yeah,
just really easing us
so-
in.
For out of game, it's called the Dragon of the Swamp.
Mm.
And it is a huge fae. So I'm excited.
That was my nickname in high school too, the Dragon of the Swamp. That's what they used to call me in sports class.
Title of my sex tape.
Very good.
All right. Thank you everyone who's watching this live on Twitch. I'm sure some of us are going to be in the chat when this goes live. You should be able to catch it on Liquor Witch's channel. And before we finish up as well, I'd like to give you an opportunity to let you all know that Liquor Witch has her own amazing Twitch channel. What do you guys got going on?
So recently, unfortunately, due to the big bad of scheduling conflicts, we have decided to place the Avalon campaign on a little bit of a hiatus while we wait for life and everything to settle down. But in the meantime, we're going to be running the prequel campaign, establishing some of the world and lore building about 250 years before the current characters. So we're going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be trying a bunch of different tabletop stuff in order to establish this. The first episode of that series aired last weekend. We were playing a round of the game A Quiet Year, which is a fantastic world-building game if you guys ever get an opportunity to play it. And yeah, it's going to be a little bit of an experiment, and hopefully we'll get to do some really fun world-building stuff and go from there.
That sounds amazing. Mod, you're diving back into streaming as well with some Lancer. How's that going?
Yeah, so Lance is pretty much ready to go. I've got intros, I've got everything going. It's just now scheduling when I'm going to do it. So basically, it should be launching in 3 weeks from today of recording. But until then, I'm running every Monday streaming of just talking some hopefully interesting topics, where we currently are discussing subclasses, the worst subclasses at ruining games, so poorly worded, misleading, and way overpowered. So this Monday we're doing Ranger through to Wizard. So if you tune in on Monday, Among Mates D&D Twitch channel, and you put your hand up in chat, I can click a button and you can actually come onto the stream and give your opinion. So a lot of people are going to be talking. I've already got people lined up in chat to jump on. It's lots of fun.
Awesome.
That is so cool.
Awesome.
That's
Make sure you check that out. That's great. And you know, I'm still keen on jumping into one of those Lancer games as well. So let's.
Oh yeah, it's good. They're drop in, drop out games, similar to the Twitch I'll be running for the chat. The start of the session, I'm just going to say who wants to play. People put their hands up. I'll bring them in. We'll do a character creation if they don't already have one, and we go into a mission where we get dropped onto a planet for an hour and a half.
Oh, I'll have a character. Don't you worry about that.
It's a lot of fun.
Jem, what do you got going on? Anything that you'd like to let the viewers at home know?
No, I'm in hibernation again, which is great. So, on purpose, I'm practicing self-care and focusing on enjoying my life while some other stuff's going on. So, but I have been working a little bit on the project with Loki as well. We did the style guides today and everything, which is really nice. I like designing things.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
awesome.
I've got to finish an advanced diploma as well. At some point.
Oh, is that all? Just an advanced diploma, just not bearing the lead there at all.
No big
No.
deal or anything.
It's been on the back burner for so long. So yeah, I'll get back into it. And then
I'm a little bit jealous. Spending all that time with Loki. Absolute legend. Love
He
Loki.
is. Great guy, and he's written some great material as well. Really looking forward to finally getting that material published for everyone at home to be able to enjoy because it's great. Grace, would you like to talk us out?
Yeah. Well, the cauldron's off the fire. Session's over. Please join us. Well, for you guys, it'll be a fortnight later, but we'll be jumping on together next week to record for the next session, Spooby. Please join us next week to see if Flint actually hits the dragon.
and if I know how to fight, I've never played a bard before. This is gonna be ridiculous.
This is gonna be
It's gonna be so
amazing.
fun.
This is
I'm
gonna be
so
great.
excited.
I've never played a cleric before.
All
You
right.
did mention that all our magical power is going to be amplified a little.
Oh,
here,
yeah.
And I'm really
Oh,
worried
yeah.
that if Sassy
Oh.
explodes, something might happen.
Yeah, no, that I did say that. So magic here in the Feywild, now that all the portals are closed except for like one portal, is more cray-cray than normal. So we'll have to see what the effects of that will be next week. Bye, y'all.
Good night, everybody.
Bye,
Thank you for watching.
y'all.
We'll see you
Happy
next time.
Bye.